Hello, all you folks out there in YouTube land. It's been a couple of weeks, but we are back. Mel and I have returned for for Games Round for Games Roundup episode 16. This one and this one will be Fallout Dreams of Daylight. So we're gonna do things a little differently this time. As some of you may or may not be aware, our friend Mello here has been doing some extra work on the side with the Guardians of Greenlight folks there. And you are or not in charge of those folks now, Mello.
Well, I'm in charge of them, but I'm not the founder of it.
Okay. So,
It's been in operation since the 3rd of May. I just got acquisition of it Monday the 11th of July.
All right. But you are in charge over there at this point.
Yeah.
Rather than the group disappearing, you've got almost 100 members now, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, and you apparently have a list of some of the things, some examples of what you were actually planning on, of the sort of things that you guys cover there.
Yeah.
All right. Bring it on. Let's have a look. Some really bad green lighty stuff. There we go.
Yep. Here's the first one.
All right. This will be the dare.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if you can pick up the audio.
Should be able. I don't know about the audio. I usually don't run it anyway.
Okay. What do you think of that frame rate?
I don't know. Looks like you're getting about five, maybe seven slideshow style.
Yeah, that isn't on mine. That's the game.
Damn. The game runs that bad on your rock?
Not mine. This is the developers.
That's the developers' rock.
That's the developers' rock.
It's a half. It doesn't even look like it's a very good rock. That's their actual. Is that their actual?
Not.
That's their actual video. Their actual
That's their
trailer.
actual video. Their actual trailer.
Wow. That's wrong.
Enough of that. Let's move on to the next terrible title.
Yeah. All right, Agar.pro.
This one I found hilarious.
Well, I'll give it one thing. It's colorful.
Yes, but it's ripping off.
Adventure strategy, massive multiplayer, free to play.
Now, Agar.pro is actually a web game. He left the link here. But what I found hilarious is the trailer that he attached. If you look at the title, How to Play Agario, Basic Strategies and Tricks. So instead of linking his actual trailer, he linked Agario, an Agario gameplay video.
Okay, so what does it do?
It's the exact same thing as Agario.
Well, no, I don't get it. I don't. I'm looking at this. It's pretty. It's wandering around, but it doesn't do anything. I mean, how do you play? For a gameplay.
Wait, are you seeing motion or anything, or is the video frozen on your end?
There's someone called Hentai. I think.
I don't see a hentai one anyway.
What, do you get points for eating things? No, he's losing points. Is that a timer, maybe? I don't know.
Wait, no, my video isn't frozen.
I don't know.
Okay, there we go. Hentai's back. Yeah, you basically just get points by eating people.
Well, look, it's Super Doge. It's Snooper Doge. Hooray. Mars.
I think we've spent enough time looking at Agar.pro.
I can't even figure out what that is, or what it's supposed to be.
This was one that you wanted to do.
Oh, yeah, you showed me bits of this, I think, a couple of days ago. Or was it yesterday? Bajomon
What's left on the
Destiny.
what's
Explore
left on
the
the
Zappa
comments section?
region. Looks like 3D. That looks like a Pokemon. That cactus also
Terrible
looks like a
3D.
Pokemon, except it's not moving.
I like how the camera's clipping through the Pokemon. Oh no, sorry, the Badgermon.
Bajomon. Bajomon.
Look at look at that frame rate.
Okay, so you go out, you catch these things, you battle them with other things, and you wander around a crappy-looking forest or a desert
Mm,
in a region called something. The Safar region.
I guess.
What?
I guess. I'm not sure.
Train your Bajomon so they get stronger. Ooh. And of course the 7 badges.
With that really
Yeah.
detailed interior.
Crap, is that the stock? It is the stock Unity like UI there. What's up with
Mm.
that? You think they could have? And of course, there's no furniture in this room. His mom is standing there, but she has no furniture. She's just standing in the middle of an empty room. I'm not sure if this is just a low effort. If this is a nearly zero effort Pokemon ripoff, or if it's just horrid.
Mm.
I'm guessing both. What do you think?
For me, yeah, I'm pretty sure that it is both, and they've just made everything worse by putting it in the Unity Engine, putting everything on low detail.
Yeah. Heaven and Hell Collide
So this is
human story.
Yep.
Right?
7 playable characters, which are the stock character models
Yeah, those are the
from
stock
RPG
models
Maker.
from RPG Maker XP, in fact. Or are those the ones from VX?
Those are the ones
Unique
from VXAs.
zones. This I gotta see. Yeah, that doesn't look like a unique zone at all. Okay. Optional bosses. Lots of games have optional bosses.
Also, watch this. The boss killed him in one hit.
Killed him in one hit, or the boss died in one hit? Looks like the boss
The
died in
boss
one hit.
killed him in one. The boss killed him in one hit. Watch this. Watch again. I want to point out, I just noticed. Look at the top. It says at the bottom Eric is dead, but it says at the top Eric took no damage.
Oh, I know why that is. I can tell you why that is. It's because
Explain.
it's because it's an auto. It's one of those where you're supposed to die.
Oh, but he just poorly showed that in the trailer.
He was supposed to die. All it did was inflict a death thing on him, and then the game continues. Oh, Agent
Then we have an
777. This
asset
is a
flip.
knockoff of that one thing from before. Or actually, it might
Yeah,
even be the
Hammer
same
2
asset pack.
Reloaded.
What?
Hammer 2 Reloaded.
Hold it. Back that up just a sec. Let me see that right at the beginning. Right at the beginning. A little more. No. I want to see that logo. Pause. Pause there.
Mm-hmm.
Crass Infotech. Crass Infotech. I'm not surprised. Present you Agent 777, who is here to destroy all the bad gangs in Conquer City. That looks really familiar. That looks even more familiar. That guy's a bullet sponge. Ooh, tank.
I'm surprised this hasn't been taken down yet.
Well, if he bought the asset pack that he compiled and put on Greenlight, then Probably not. He probably won't get, or at least not, or at least not by, or at least not by the copyright holders.
Hmm.
Crass info. I didn't think I'd
Oh, it's
seen that
available on
correctly.
mobile.
And that's their official trailer, their official HD trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Oh, did they actually get that back up? By the way, wait, back
They
up, back
got
up, back up, back up, back up. I want to see something here. Scroll
back
back up.
up.
There it is. Shop Heroes. Does that look familiar?
Oh, no, that was a game that got greenlit.
It's not a question of that. That I've seen that thumbnail before, somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
On the plus side, your assistant looks really nice. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. I'm sorry. I apologize. I got in the middle of
Right.
your stuff. Where are you going to go with that?
Oh, wait, no, I meant to go one more page back. That's for later. This guy.
Don't have it. I haven't seen it. Um,
This guy's brilliant idea for a concept.
yeah, I saw this. I think it was the previous game just with a slingshot, isn't it? Or something like it.
No, this is a re-upload of the same game. He took it down because he wanted to improve the game, even though you don't have to take the whole Greenlight page down to do so.
No,
Even,
he just wanted to get all of the negative feedback gone.
and he's also been deleting comments again, I believe.
Oh dear, that's no good.
So
Can't
that
have
means
that.
I'll have to. That means I might have to let a little something leak out.
Oh dear. Dare I ask what that little something might be?
A
Do I
certain
want to
little
know? What?
a certain little conversation I had that said Dev, which has
Isn't this
something
the dev
that.
that like bolted on you?
No, that's the Slender's Tentacles one, which is now again off Greenlight.
Oh right, because he put it back up
This
as Mr. Gray's tentacles, and it came back down within a few hours.
mm, this is the guy is the same guy that made Zombie Object File.
Oh, that guy! I remember him.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I won't do that one. We've already covered it before. Pretty sure there was more. Oh, Maze has been taken down. That's good. I'll need to make an announcement about that.
And it all been
Shop
quiet
Heroes
on the
Hours
digital
Craft.
homicide front lately. I haven't seen much out of them. Somebody gave me a rumor that there was a rumor that what the hell is this shit? Looks like Minecraft with the Bandicam
It isn't.
logo
It's
across
out.
the top. Woohoo!
Yeah.
That's utterly professional. Go get OBS. It's free. You don't have to donate to get Bandicam off the top.
Look at that brilliant animation on all the models.
Can't really tell. But
I'm
the
not
rest
sure
of the
why he's
models
put.
look more realistic than your sword does, or the terrain.
I'm not totally sure why he's just promoting this as an English only because I can tell his native language is traditional Chinese. If you look at the text on the screen.
I do see the text on the screen. I also see the character's level 6. That's probably their test. That's probably their test version, and they may not have realized that they needed to put that back together like that.
Anyway, we're not going to watch the whole 8-minute trailer.
Ugh,
Oh,
no.
Addicts has been taken down. That's good.
Make America Great Again, the Trump presidency. Holy shit! In his current
I want
year,
you.
globalism
I want
reigns.
you to witness. I want you to witness this whole thing in its entirety.
Social justice. Okay. No, go, carry on. What happened,
Hmm?
Mel? What happened? Is that was that it?
No, it's still going.
Uh, really? Can you hover
Yeah,
the
is the
mouse over
trailer
that for a sec?
frozen? Man, the trailer's still playing for me.
Because it sounded like it sat on social justice for a really long time.
Ah,
The odds are against him. Yep, Kim Jong. That's Kim Jong Il. Uh,
in
Hillary
case you didn't
Clinton.
realize this is a joke,
Barack
David
Obama.
Cameron.
Pope Francis. Ted Cruz.
I'm failing to see the humour in this.
It just looks like they're doing a political gaffe. Just a huge political thingy. Looks like they're making a political statement with this trailer. Who made this? Based Rand
Cavalry.
Paul? Cavalry. Was that another
Some
name for
dev called
BLC
Cavalry.
or BMC?
I'm not sure. I guess the main joke is ha ha ha, natural disasters are hilarious.
I don't know. I would expect Trump to stand
Oh
against.
wait, no, the joke's ha ha ha, SWAT teams exist. Or it might be the fact that it's ha ha ha, you can't make a decent thumbnail.
So it would seem. Let's see a
And the
couple of
bad thing is, this
screenshots here.
this is 45% of the way to the top 100.
But of course, there's no gameplay trailer, is there? Oh, I think I
There
did
is.
see. I think I did see a chunk of this. Oh, I did. Jim Sterling covered this a few days ago, or at least relatively recently.
This is the gameplay trailer.
Oh dear. No, I have seen this. This is the gameplay trailer that Jim Sterling pushed or showed.
Alright. I'm pretty sure I don't want to digest it with any more of this cancer.
Yeah,
So I'll
no.
move on.
I would like to avoid any further like eye cancer from that or brain cancer.
Yeah, this I just want to show you because of what the dev applied to me with.
One shot trailer. You've got what? You've got one shot and that's it? One round? Or you have to kill every one of your enemies in one shot.
So my discussion has been deleted. I actually just want to point out that the trailer has actually been fixed,
This is
which I'm
after it was
amazed
fixed.
by. This is after it was fixed.
Ew.
The original trailer looked like it had been filmed by someone's phone.
Oh. Oh dear.
Anyway, so you get the idea, you have one shot and then they're killed. So this is the discussion I make, which I usually do. And then this is the developer responding to me. There is the HUD in the video, but I took it off. Then it is in my computer from 3 gigabytes of RAM from 512 video card. That is why the video is not good and came with a crappy graphics.
That's why the Vito is not good and came with a crappy graphics.
That's why I put it out. That's why I became Captain Obvious and just said, if you knew that that was the case, then why didn't you hold off and putting it on green light and wait until you could get a good trailer?
Yeah.
Then people just
Again,
then people
presentation. When
just
you're doing
basically
something like
started
this,
siding with
presentation
me.
is everything.
Anyway, moving on. Yes, there was this one.
Is this the last one? Or you got any, or you have more after this?
This is the last one.
Okay.
So you might look at this and say, oh, looks quite good. Looks like a good casual puzzle game. Bit of a mobile pop, but it might be enjoyable on PC, correct? Well, I'm just going to let this play until about the 30-second mark so we can get an idea of what it is. So you just need to match the shape on the right to the shape on the left.
Which is not
So,
horrible.
so
Okay.
this is the developers. So this is the developers workshop. I want to bring attention to Sequoia. This is being greenlit.
This one's actually on Steam.
This is a, yeah, it's available on Steam. See any similarities?
Well, yeah, I see similarities. The difference is that you can is that the shapes that you can make are different with a circle and a square, and the way you
Yeah.
have to work a puzzle would be different as well. It's
Now you
harder
might be
to
saying that
it's harder to get
you might be saying you
it's
might be
harder to
saying that
find a
the
corner.
circle might be more suitable. You might be saying the circle might be more suitable for this kind of game.
I agree. It probably would be, because you
Mm.
don't actually have
Or get this.
directionality. Because circles don't exactly have directionality. That would make them
Mm.
more difficult.
Get this. This circle game was uploaded the day that Sequoia was greenlit.
Okay.
So that
Um,
means that he put the better version of the game up after this was greenlit.
I can imagine why he
So
would do that.
so that means that he had people voting for this. So that means that there'll be some people might not know about this, see circle, and think that it looks good, vote it up. That means he can get two games, one inferior and one that was already in development when he was making the inferior one, and then he'll get extra cash when both are on Steam. So it's basically a two for
Eh,
one.
I don't know. Maybe that might be the case. Um, he probably was working on one while he was working on the other. But the puzzles are going to be
Also, this is the discussion I made. He's taking it down.
oh, that's
This
not
was
good.
the discussion was basically me accusing him of the exact same thing I've just said,
Right.
and he keeps on deleting the discussions I make.
Well, at least it's not the. You know what? I'll give him credit for this much. He didn't do the same thing Digital Homicide does.
Yeah,
He's not Digital
definitely
Homicide
not.
bad. It's not. That's not necessarily kosher, but it's not. But the whole deleting of the discussions thing, etc. But it's not Digital Homicide levels of horror either.
Mm.
So, yeah, I'm kind of mad on it at this point.
Mm.
All right,
That's that's basically all I want to show of guard light.
all right. Okay, so what do we got next? We actually Mel and I have a game here that we both played. To start off the game segment, this will be 10 sec. This will be what? Uh, Now my brain has gone sideways. Egon, what have you got left?
Mm. Should I just move on to one of my games?
No, we were actually going to do. We were actually going to do that one. We were actually going to do the new Demon Sword game right beforehand. Uh, right. No. Okay. That's right. We have something else planned for that. My bad. All right. So, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
What do you got? So
Oh
you
wait, I'll
got.
stop the
Do you have
screen
the good
sharing
games
now.
or the bad games this time, Mello?
Um, um just watch.
Okay.
The first one. Well, I'm just gonna shut up for now.
All right. Ooh, Fallout Shelter. And this is the
Fallout
PC.
Shelter.
Is this the PC version? Yes, it is.
This is the PC version.
All right. So, and you can get this
Now,
one for you. And these are free from the Bethesda launcher, right?
this is free from the Bethesda launcher or Bethesda's official site.
Okay. So we could probably
Now,
put. So we should probably pop a link up in there.
I think I sent you a link through the Steam chat.
All right. We'll get that. We'll get that going. But
So this is the nearly exact same port of the mobile version. So you can imagine problems coming up with this.
Um,
For starters, when you basically what you'd need to do is you need to use the left mouse button and scroll your mouse in order to move the screen along. But when you're doing this, you might accidentally pick up a dweller and move it to a different room by accident.
well, yeah, that's the thing that happened in the mobile port in the original mobile game. So,
Well, not really, because you could always like lift your finger off of the mobile version and then just keep on scrolling down
this is
without
true.
without, without really hitting any of the dwellers.
Well, it just means you have to be careful when you're doing that. That's actually a pitfall to the
And
main.
also, the main premise of the game was to mainly promote Fallout 4, correct?
Correct.
So I don't really see much need for a PC version, especially when you're not really going to achieve anything from it.
I don't know.
And
Some
and
people don't.
also,
Some people don't like using their cell phones to play games.
mm, but the thing is, this seems to be more suitable for a cell phone because the main premise of it is you need to keep your vault from basically being destroyed, and you can only do that when you're sitting at a laptop. When you have your phone, you can really do it any way you can,
Right.
which I always find a bit of an inconvenience with these sort of mobile ports.
Right. And this is a game that actually does take some time to accomplish.
Mm.
But I think
They
as I
do
recall,
add,
they like did some updates too to to
yeah,
the
they give,
mobile versions at least.
yeah, and the PC version has all the updates I believe the mobile version had.
Okay.
The
So
only
let me guess. Still has the microtransactions for lunchboxes, right?
still has the microtransactions.
And the
In
handy
fact, I
bots too.
think it has even more than the mobile version did.
Ah, that's no fun. Um, I don't. That's not a valid use of their time. I don't think.
Mm.
But well, they may think otherwise. But then that's just the way it is. People are like that sometimes.
The only real noticeable change that they've done with the PC version is that they've added hotkeys and a windowed mode, and that's basically it.
Hey, windowed mode is good,
Windowed mode is good,
and that makes it
but
easier.
usually you need a bit more than than toggling window mode on and off. You usually want a resolution feature.
That would be nicer. Yes, I agree. How hard is it on the video card? I would assume not very, but this is
Not very
Bethesda we're
no.
talking about here.
Any lag that you're seeing on the video is basically just something that happened during the recording process.
Oh, okay.
And as you can see, I'm just 3 minutes and 50 seconds into the footage and I've basically ran out of stuff to do. So it's basically the sort of game where you can't just really sit down for an hour session and play.
Yeah,
You
that's
just need to keep
unfortunate.
on coming back to it, which is basically the main reason why I feel like it's more suitable for the mobile market.
Mm-hmm. Because you could actually you could turn the screen of your phone off and save the power for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then come back to it in 10 minutes.
Mm.
I have a number of vaults running around. Oh, good old Vault 132.
Anyway, I don't really think I have much else to say about Fallout Shelter. I think that it was good on mobile. It was good when it was promoting Fallout 4, but I don't really see much need for the PC version to come out at this moment either.
Okay, maybe they'll do. Maybe they'll like. Well, there was actually some demand for it, or they probably wouldn't have done it. Wouldn't have done it at all. So I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
really, I don't really know of any sort of demand for the PC version.
I know there was huge demand for an Android version after they got on with it.
Yeah, I was one of the people that demanded an Android version because I didn't have an iOS phone.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I don't buy iOS, but I do buy Fallout. All right.
I do as well. It's a great
So
series.
I suppose now it is my turn. Okay.
Hmm.
And let me see if let me. I've been for those of you who've been paying attention to the channel, I've been streaming quite a bit lately. Uh, and here is my first entry That was not it. Come. This is Snarkbusters. This is actually a 6-in-1 pack, including all three Snarkbusters games and all three House of a Thousand Doors games. It is, if I remember correctly, about. Let me just check the numbers on that real quick. I was actually looking at Orion a little while ago. Sorry about that. But these are, if you, here's the thing, um, if you enjoy, by some chance, if you enjoy hidden object games with really nifty that use the hidden objects and or puzzle games, you will probably love this. Uh, this is hidden. This is the find the hidden objects, but the hidden objects actually have direct use in the game, rather than you're just finding a bunch of stuff to make up some sort of arbitrary clue so you can move on through the plot. You actually have to use these items, and you're actually looking for bits of the items. Um, when you're actually going to be looking for, chunks of it. In this case, you've got a photograph that you're having to. This particular puzzle is kind of odd. Okay, for example, right here, we're trying to find all the pieces we need to put together a fire plug, which is
What was this game called again?
this is one of the Snarkbusters games. It is the Snarkbusters 6-in-1 bundle. It
Something
is
like this on Greenlight.
what?
I'm pretty sure I've seen something like this on Greenlight.
Oh, I'm sure you probably did. Um, this is actually a thing that would uh, what? Come on. Oh, that's it. This is the House of. Okay, my bad. Actually, I've got the wrong name for this. It is the
Alright.
House of Snark 6-in-1 bundle, and the whole bundle, all six of them, are going to be $12 normally. Right now, they're on sale for $9.59. So, if you like the type of game that we're talking about, it's a nice bundle, and you get all six games in one little box, and you can just pick a game.
I
Uh,
dropped the link in the chat.
we've got Snarkbusters Welcome to the Club. The one I have the footage of here is Snarkbusters High Society, and I actually played through a good chunk of Snarkbusters High Society a couple of years ago. I picked it up on PlayStation Network for almost nothing, I think, or I got it as part of PSN or something. I don't remember exactly, but it was on PlayStation 3 for a while, and I played it. I played it there, and I thought it was actually really kind of neat. So when the opportunity came up to get my hands on this one, I did. But yeah, this is all three of the Snarkbusters games. This is Snarkbusters High Society, Snarkbusters 2, which was all revved up, and then a prelude piece on House of Thousand Doors Family Secrets, Palm of Zoroaster, and the Serpent Flames Collector's Edition. These are actually where there are collector's editions of these games. You actually get the collector's editions of these games all in one package, and all of it 9 kinds of happy. I think the originals were actually mobile games.
Yeah,
Anytime,
they look like the sort that would be on mobile.
what?
They look like the sort of point and click games that would be on mobile.
But most point and click games could be on mobile, and you'd actually get away with that. In this case, they do
Because
fairly
point and
well,
click games can actually be transitioned well.
and these were. You don't
Yeah,
actually see any leftovers, any real leftovers, aside from a kind of from a somewhat thin option screen, as far as was this a mobile port? And even with my potato, I'm looking at 61 frames a second, and it stayed right about there. So it's not like it's a problem. The soundtrack is actually pretty good too. Or at least I rather liked it. So if I wanted to give this if I wanted to give this a score, I'd probably give it about a 7.5. It is a competent port. I have seen it before. It's not like they're doing anything new and original here. We're just buying a bundle for cheap of games that were of 6 games that were originally 7.99 or like $7 or $8. So you're getting a good deal for the amount of playtime you're likely to see if you actually play through all 6 games. Most of them you should
Hmm.
be able to get through most of them in about 4.5 hours a piece. So even at
That
12
sounds
bucks,
quite good. So
you're actually doing
four and
pretty
a half
well.
hours. How many games is that
Six
in the
games,
bundle?
6 games in the
Six
bundle,
games.
and you'll get about 4.5 hours a piece. So you get about half
So
the
that's
piece per,
about so that's about 27 hours a total.
give or take some. Yeah, but I'm gonna call it 30 just because that's a really nice round. And if you're kind of slow about doing some of these things, then yeah, you could get a lot more time out of it. If you like to sit and think
Hmm.
and poke and look at everything and get under the corners. I don't want to give away any of the puzzles because that's a thing. Um, but yeah, I would probably give this about 7.5. It's a competent set of ports to PC. You're getting a really good value as far as time, and some of the jokes in here are freaking hilarious. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. It's also thoroughly steampunk, and I like those. So I have a soft spot for steampunk. Okay, yep, the House of Snark 6-in-1 bundle.
Looks quite good.
It
Seems like
is.
the sort of one I could get into.
Yeah, you could get into that. I spent like an hour working on this game in a live stream a couple days ago, or night before last.
Hmm.
No, this is last night's stream. Yes, this was last night's stream. I spent like an hour in there.
All right.
I didn't even get all that far. All right. Uh, okay, it's your turn, Mel.
Okay. I think for now I'm gonna do both of my games in one because both of them are quite similar to what I'm gonna be doing with each.
Okay.
And also one of them I don't even have footage for. What the other one I have, I'm just gonna be using a trailer for.
Oh,
So this is a game on Steam called Uncrowded. So first look at this, you might be thinking looks like a bit of an unturned rip-off. Looks like it's some sort of zombie game where you just look around hunt for supplies. You'd be right, but there's something that doesn't quite hit the eye, which is something I'm going to be showing soon. I'm just going to let this gameplay footage run and then I'm going to show it. Skip ahead.
sorry. I've got a mostly happy baby now. I don't know why.
Okay.
He's gonna
Zombie
hang up.
models freak out as well.
No, he's not gonna freak out. He's doing okay right now. He's trying to find his sleepy spot and fix it up here on me. Actually, what he was
I
doing was he
wasn't
was watching your footage.
I wasn't talking about the baby, I was talking about the zombies.
Oh, well, there's a
I was talking
zombie.
about the bodies freaking out.
Wow. No physics or anything, right? Right.
No? Anyway, I've let that run on for way too long.
All right.
So, I'm going to show this. So, Uncrowded on Steam for currently 79 pence. Got those Steam Greenlight.
I don't know if I have a car.
Now,
I don't know if I have a copy of this or not. Do I?
you don't.
I do not.
Now,
79 pence.
I'm going to show another game on Steam called Pixel Survival Craft Game.
Looks
Looks a bit.
familiar, except with no town.
There is a town.
Oh, there's a town. So this is just
Mm-hmm.
Unit Z over and over and over again.
Which brings me to what I was going to show. This is Unit Z, an asset pack off of the Unity store, which
Ooh,
gives you the basis for a zombie first-person shooter survival game, which is meant for you to build your own game on top of it.
yeah.
These guys, this Semin Roden and look at it on Crowded, Kotak. Both of these have just taken Uncrowded off of the not Uncrowded, Unit
Unit
C
Z.
off of the asset store and put it up on Greenlight, and they've gotten enough votes for it to get on. And I've also been hearing that Kotak made another game, The District, and this game is apparently all set for the game in the Unreal Engine of some sort of survival tutorial game or something. And the third game that I wanted to show,
Ah, yes,
if
you were
this is
saying it was
quite similar.
voxelized.
Yeah.
This is a
So
freebie.
Voxelized
This
is a
is a
game I
freebie,
covered
though.
the last time I was on the Roundup. As you can see, it's changed a lot. It's very different. Now,
It's still
you
very
might be thinking
Minecrafty.
this is an awfully big jump for something that looked like complete trash. Well, you would be right, because this is actually Minecraft-like infinite voxel world in Unreal Engine 4, which is an asset that anyone can get.
Wait, what? Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
All
Ah.
that Lord Cress is the developer, all Lord Cress has done is that he's cut out parts of the code in this so that he can pretend to add it in through updates so that it'll redeem the early access mark that it's got.
And Lord Crest is the one that did that game a while back that only had one level and he swore there were 8 of them.
Yeah.
And he was the only one with all 8 achievements because yeah.
As you can see, they look really similar.
So how much is he asking for that?
Voxelized is free to play.
No. I'm talking about Infinite Voxel World. How much did it cost him?
Infinite Voxel World is free to play, is free to get as well.
Okay, so it cost him nothing. He repacked it, and he's going to charge nothing for it.
I believe so.
That's kind of creepy. If what you're trying to do is redeem your bad reputation, this is probably not the way to do it.
Also, I liked how he didn't even know how the game worked and he started trying to use a shovel to get stone in the trailer.
Yeah. That's not what that's what did Scotty say? What about I was telling you? The right tool for the right job.
So yeah, Lord Cress isn't exactly a good way to redeem his reputation.
Nope, not in the least.
Especially after Journey of the Light.
Oh, don't talk to me about that thing.
Which is actually
one level that
no
wasn't
longer up
beatable.
for sale.
What?
Which Journey of the Light is no longer up for sale.
Yeah, I know that. I know it's no longer for sale. I know that there were people that bought it that can still get it. That they can still download their copies. That's it. That's the only thing you can do with it. I thought it did actually disappear from the Steam store altogether.
No, it still has the Steam store. You just kind of get it off of the store.
Yeah. Is there any way to get
many hours of gameplay with one level.
Trying to find the exit for the first level. It says there's 8 levels, but the levels, but most of the levels I think were actually like were actually like cards that showed up beforehand.
Anyway, that's all I have to show for the roundup.
All right, give me a second here. I need to get to my other piece of footage here. All right. All right. And this is Dead by Daylight. Don't mind the thing in the upper left hand corner. I've actually been trying to do a little bit of fundraising. I want to see if I can't get. I want to see if I can't put together $2,000 by the end of August or the very first day of September. And if we can do that, then I'll put together a contest for folks that donated of some variety, and they will get they will get to decide what games I play for a stream or something, or maybe I'll put a T-shirt design together and send them one or something, or or give them partial design rights or something. I don't know. I'll think of something. uh, but yeah, this is a first and third player. One guy's hunting for other people, and yeah, and if he does it right, it's going to be really really nasty before the end.
How how well did this game run for you, by the way?
This game actually runs pretty well. You can see the frame rate down there in the lower right hand corner, 25 frames a second. 25 to 30 frames per second. It does pretty well. I mean, I'm not actually seeing any
That's
kind of
around
slowdown. You're actually following my
that's
ass
around
around.
that's around about the same performance that I got.
Okay, so
Quick
yeah,
question: I
actually,
haven't been
my
on Dead by Daylight for a while. Has the matchmaking been fixed?
the regular matchmaking is fine. I haven't had any I haven't had more than a couple of very very temporary issues getting into a game. I've had a couple of times where the client has crashed, but
Mm.
it's usually not horribly much. Here, what you guys can watch me die for a second here. I think I'm actually going to get rescued this time. I don't remember exactly. I do remember dying several
Because
times.
I remember I covered this on the roundup about a month ago, and the main complaint that I had was the matchmaking, and I literally couldn't get past that, and I wrote a negative review for the game because of it.
Well, the regular matchmaking is fine now. We're actually doing okay. I stopped to help her and got hung back up on my hook. Or no, she got hung up on my hook. I remember.
Oh,
She wound up on my hook because yeah, because I hauled ass. I was trying to help her out of that bear trap, and then got caught. So he hung me up on a different hook. that is the uh, that is the trapper. I don't like him. He's an annoying sort of person. The wraith is actually harder to stay away from. This guy's just really hard to get away from, kind of a thing.
mm.
Uh, and then the hillbilly is just a jackass. So we're gonna but yeah, no. Survive with Friends hasn't quite got all the kinks worked out of it yet. You can do it. It just takes a bit. It might take you several attempts to get into a lobby and stay there. But other than that, it's usually pretty good. I generally get nice clean performance out of this game, and I haven't had a
Mm.
crash in a couple of days. It took an update and it stopped crashing. There was an update what day before yesterday, and the damn thing stopped crashing. So we're good with that.
One thing that I wanted the game to do was to just let there be one survivor and one killer. It always made sure that there had to be four survivors,
Yes,
which is something that I wasn't happy
unless
about.
unless you get survivors to disconnect before the game starts. In which
Mm.
case, it will hold you for up to a minute, or I think it might be as many as 2 minutes, to allow to see if it can't find a couple more victims just real quick, and if not, it throws whoever's left back into the game. It just
Okay,
throws
so it
whoever's
sounds
left
like
in
they
the
have
game.
improved the matchmaking.
What?
It sounds like they have improved the matchmaking
Yes, the
significantly
matchmaking
from
has
when I
improved
covered it.
apparently has improved significantly. But I didn't buy this one myself. Diane, um, even though I did buy it on my account, Diane Halbersama, who is one of the mods and one of the regulars for my streams, she decided she was going to buy it for me, and because after I let everybody know again that if you buy a game and send it to me, I am required by my own rules to play it for you, be it for a stream or a review or something else. Depends on exactly what you want. I am not a huge fan of this type of game. I generally don't do them well. I do not like the player versus player aspects, but I understand why they're here for this particular setup. Um, I get it. It would be a whole lot easier. It's a whole lot easier for a human being behind a killer or the survivors, and rather than an AI, because an AI can get predictable, and humans can do all sorts of wacky shit. So that's yeah, that's a thing. It is. It's a thing. I don't actually have a problem with it. I would probably give, if I was going to rate this game, I'd give it a 6 out of a possible 10. Um, but given, of course, that I am biased against horror games overall, this one is actually pretty well done. Um, I generally think of it as about par in most respects, but they've got some decent content. They've got a fairly good variety of maps and other such things. Not much for a story, but it really doesn't need one. But ultimately, it's the bugs that don't that the other bugs, the glitches into the territory where you into geometry where you can't get out, or in some cases you just simply gain invulnerability. The killer can't even freaking touch you,
Mm.
and nobody else can either. So if you get glitched and you're crawling around in your stomach, you're stuck like that for the rest of the game. Or in some cases, the killer will get glitched and the only thing you'll be able to do is just stand there, and you can abuse the killer and taunt him to your heart's content. Um, of course, this also tends to be abused because you actually will have one person. There was one person that held a Twitch stream completely to ransom unless he got 150 bucks.
I remember that.
And I think the final was like 100 was it started going up after that. And they're like, dude, get the hell out of there. No, I'm gonna hold you up. Nope, you gotta pay me. You got to pay me. I'm not gonna get out of here till you pay me. Well, now I'm on $1,500, and apparently that nobody was getting no money was changing hands because damn it, principles. You don't want to encourage that kind of behavior. Uh, I think until one of the other of them wound up having a problem. And I don't actually know how did do you know how that one actually ended up?
I'm not sure. I'm just trying to find a video online, see what happened.
I don't know how it ended. I know that it did. Crunch, I'm dead. As I went boing 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 there and was while I was trying to get my ass out of rather than just stand up and run away, because stupid bitch. She did not want to run away from the killer. She wanted to stand there. Um, and actually, no, wait, that isn't even my character. That was I was spectating that one. She's gonna bounce, bounce, bounce. All right, so and now we're gonna leave this one behind, and I'm gonna break out this one. What's this one? Yeah, it's this one. All right, see, we got our little chat here,
Mm.
and this is Defend Your Crypt. This is actually this is in fact a mobile port. It was done for iOS. I believe it was just iOS. So click. Okay, and then uh, we have levels with traps. Well, uh, you have money in the form of human skulls. You have Tomb Raiders, and you have people that are going to. You got people that are trying to break in and steal your shit.
And your
Your
main
job
objective is to defend your crypt.
and your job is exactly what it says on the tin. Defend your crypt. Make the evil people die. And I went through the first 6 or 7 levels. The first several levels are tutorials. You can get, and then they cut you loose with several different types of traps, and let you try and blow shit up. But you have to buy the trap, then you have to trigger it, and then it has a recharge time.
Okay.
And if your recharge time hasn't expired, you're gonna have to get them later. They will jump over, and they will jump over. I think it's up to one empty block. Right, just like so. So you get to a little later. Uh, they've got 30 odd. They got about 30 levels in this right now. This is actually the last level I played. This is the second time I played it, and I got my butt kicked. They came in 2 waves. They were okay. There's your count for the number of critters that are actually on deck. Some of them you actually have to drop. Some of them you have to get to immediately. Some they have to be right over the trap for it to work on them. Some of
Right.
them you have to wait until. Some of them you can get in groups with certain traps, like these spike pits, for example, like that. Uh, and there's 2 of them out of the first wave that are going to get treasured. But if you lose, yeah, if you lose too much, and you've got your treasure can be stolen up to 3 times, and if you lose a third one, you're done.
Hmm.
So this game was again a lot better than I thought it should be. It looked, overly retro in where I saw it, and okay, that does tend to happen sometimes. Some people like retro games. Realizing that it was a mobile port actually made things a bit better as far as I was concerned. Um, Click, whoop, crush. Um, it actually made it better finding out that it had originally been done for iOS, and that it actually played this well, uh, and the mechanics were simple enough to translate well to PC. So that was a good thing as far as I was concerned.
Yeah, it seems to be quite a relatively well
And it's
done
only,
port.
and I think it's only like $2 on Steam. It's really not expensive, and it's certainly not very expensive now. Let's just check that here real quick. I forget exactly how much it was. Uh, yeah, $2.39. So the base price is $3,
All
um,
right.
and it's on a 20% off sale right now. So if you like the kind of puzzle game that's actually gonna give you a push and be at least mildly forgiving without treating you like you're an idiot, then yeah, do this game. It was actually a lot of fun for the amount of time I got to play. No, I haven't completely finished the game. I would still give this 7.5 ish. Depending on how icky the later levels are, I might give it as much as an 8. Uh, but yeah, it's actually well done. It's competently done, which is a rare thing in mobile ports. All right, and that is actually it for what I have for footage, and we just now hit the hour mark. So,
Hmm.
what do we got? What do we got left?
I don't really think we have much.
We could do a little bit of green light time. I haven't actually been looking at the chat because I'm an idiot and wasn't paying attention to it. All right, hey man gun, and yeah, you know what? It is. It's reverse lemmings. Instead of saving the curators, you have to squish them. Sorry about that, folks. Haven't actually been. What do you mean
I've been having a
PC?
few glances at I've been
Uh,
having a
I
few glances at the chat, but
I
there isn't
haven't
much going
actually
on.
I feel horrible, guys, because I haven't actually been working on. I haven't been watching the chat, and usually I do. We got 4 people watching in right now. As far as the PC specs, the specs of the PC I'm looking for, it will be the same. It will be the same parts that are on the Amazon wish list. The $2,000 fundraiser would buy the rest of the stuff I need for that computer, and probably get me a little to a couple more small things. So probably a couple of modern games to go with it. Hey, Catherine, how are you? Yeah, I've been ignoring the chat for the last hour. I'm sorry, folks. Really? All right. So, I think I might actually have some more games to cover if anybody's actually interested.
Hmm.
We
I was going to ask if we had anything left to do.
what?
I was going to ask if we had anything else left to do.
Well, I actually have some more games that I played this week, but let's see, what was the other ones I was doing this time? That's some more Dead by Daylight footage. We did actually do a playthrough of The Static Speaks My Name. That was suggested by, I think it was Nebula Breaker. And this game was disturbing in the extreme. It is free on Steam. You're welcome to go over there, download it anytime you like. It's actually very short, and it ran really well considering. You get to have a look at this guy's life just all the way around. You're actually going to experience his last about 10 minutes. He's going to do a few things, and then he's going to, yeah. Anyway, there was a lot. There was more to it than that. And then we
Oh,
did,
that
and
game.
yeah, we did that totally accurate battle simulator. It could be bad. It could be really bad. Um, we did a couple things here. That was the free to play maze game half. Yeah, I also read. We also read out your. We also read out some of the stuff in here during that
Alright.
stream.
It's a good thing that Maze game got taken down.
Yeah, well, I have footage of it, so it's okay. Let me see. Then we have some more game. Then we have another game here. That's some Jake Park. Oh, this is good. This is Who's Your Daddy? And I played this with Dark Insanity Studios last night while Diane watched on. Okay, take the key bindings. Um, this is a one-on-one game. You are either dad or baby. Mom will be home in an hour or so. Mom will be home at 4 o'clock. If you're the baby, your job is to get killed, or is to actually get yourself killed. Um, if you are the if you are the dad, your job is to stop that little bugger from doing it. And this one went really quick. He's got here he is. He's saying, no baby, bad baby, don't do that." Okay, eat a bunch of batteries. Around the corner here. I tried the fork first. I was going to electrocute myself. He got the fork. I lost it. There we go. Now I'm going to go right back through him. He dropped something on it, on that ball. I drank the soap and the bleach, and then the window cleaner. He locks me in the cabinet. Open this cabinet, crawl through, and I get to about here. I'm on my way into another room, and I finally just stop. That gives me a banana. Nope, that didn't work. How far did I get? I didn't get very far. An
Who did you
apple?
say you played this with again?
This was Dark Insanity Studios. He was in the chat. He actually bought this game. and sent it to me as a gift, and
All right.
therefore I went ahead and let it because that was a
You
thing.
can actually have multiple babies in this game, so you can have about up to 4 players, I think.
Really, I did not
Yeah.
know. I've only ever seen it played one on one, and four babies means four times the losses. I actually did find this game kind of disturbing, and that's because I actually have small children. Yeah, he went to try and tackle me. Oh, that's right. I was on my way out the door and towards the pool when I finally died. Yeah, I didn't even make it quite out the door. Um, Come on. Oh, that was my second trip through his baby. Nope, that's the first one. Okay, this was my attempt at being dad. This did not go well. I will tell you now, this didn't go well, and that would be why. And here is where I screwed up, because I did not know about this thing. If you are ever playing this game as the parent, note the air vent. That air vent will actually drops the baby outside.
Oh no, it doesn't drop the baby outside. There's different air vents around the house,
Well, that
depending on
one
which one
drops
the
him
baby
out.
goes
That
into.
one drops you outside. That one in particular drops you outside. But the only thing I couldn't do was actually pick the kid up. And if I had been able to pick the child up, the child would have gone nowhere quickly. I got the knife. I forget what. Yeah, I spent a bit. I spent a little bit chasing around the room. Oh, here it is. This is what actually wound up happening. He's in there. I'm trying to get the keys away from him so he can't start the car.
Mm.
Okay, now watch this. This is actually hilarious. Okay, I'm trying to get in the car, trying to get in the car. I wind up under the car. He ran me over and suffocated himself. See? So not only is he
I
dead
don't
of
see.
carbon monoxide poisoning, I'm under the damned car. I'm under it.
Well, I'm glad our kids can't do that.
I know, right?
Holy cow.
Under the freaking car.
I would love to see that happen in real life.
No, I wouldn't love to see that happen in real life. You come home, the kid's dead on the floor inside the car, and I'm under it just as dead. That would be bad.
And while the diaper's busy glitching out.
All right, here is my second trip at baby, and this took no time at all because he almost didn't find me here. I think I'll actually turn this one up.
That closet is secure. And oh, well, first, I think there's hazardous stuff up there. I'm not sure. Wait, where'd you go?
Can't
Is there
catch
the guy on the
me!
mic with you?
Where did
I'm the
you?
gingerbread splash.
Wait, what? Oh, oh, no, no, no,
Yes,
no.
already done. It's already
Oh no.
done. I'm in the deep end of the pool. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
it's basically too late once you get in there.
you shouldn't have told me about the air vents, dude. So yeah, that was Who's Your Daddy. I followed
Yeah.
that up with some Bad Rats,
Oh, for God's
and
sake.
here is a game of some interest. Um, this is actually the last game we played, and back here. This is Gomo. It is a pointy, clicky adventure puzzling game like some of the others I've played lately. Um, Right.
The reason that it's still got the likes and dislikes ratios is because it's the same stream room as the previous streams have been held.
Right. And that's actually I use the automatic live. Um, I use the easy live for this. Because I didn't actually have time. Usually I'll set up an event for this, and I didn't do that this time. I just went ahead and set it. I just went ahead and held it up and went nuts. Now, which shitlord is being obnoxious up here? Once, actually, Richard, you not having to work on a Saturday is actually good. So, I'll let you guys watch here.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Richard. This looks a bit like Machinarium.
It does look a bit like Machinarium, and it's actually not done by the same people. The art style is very similar, and some of the puzzles are like that too. Some of. You probably, Main Gun, you probably gave a thumbs up to one of the very early streams I did. Usually I set up an event in advance. This time we kind of I kind of got sidetracked earlier today and forgot it was freaking Friday. How I managed that, I don't know. So, the dog is missing. There is a dog. And we're not going to. Oh, nope. That's too far. That's too far again. Okay. Come on. All right, we'll go ahead and just leave it at that. We'll just let it run now. The
Okay.
little UFO stole his dog. And he'll trade him for Crystal. Okay. So, actually, that timer is irrelevant in its entirety. I'm sorry. Uh, so, here we go. Watch this. This is actually funny. This is one of the times where I really wish I had just a small chunk of this. This next bit here is funny, and I had no control for this section, for this little bit of footage right
Okay.
here. This is actually a cutscene. You can't tell it's a cutscene. I have no control, none. He's playing with the antennas, and the mole is in here and is in here wondering why his TV isn't working. And then he goes on, and the mole has been trolled. Uh-huh. Mole troll. I am. Well, okay, I've been called a shitlord in the past. Anyway, there is a Twitch alerts link and Twitch alerts and PayPal links down in the description. If anybody wants to poke at them, I will be absolutely thrilled if you guys want to take advantage. And I don't. Yes, I did. I put them in. Good. The bottom red is you. Okay, you're sure? Digital homicide make much better shitlord. Actually, you know what? I don't think digital homicide would even qualifies well enough to be shitlords. Really, they're just shit.
By the way, they still haven't uploaded that project that you want me to keep my eye on.
Yeah, Nebula Breaker told me about it, and then by the time I got around to it, I didn't see it anymore. And crunch, you broke it, dude.
And also 6 Naked Susie's is still off of Greenland.
I'm impressed. That's a rather it's a significant amount of restraint for digital homicide. Because Richard likes to be a bottom.
Oh, ha ha ha.
Right, Richard? Yeah, I know. I'm being a twerp. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go climb up the string. I'm going to screw up the puzzle, and then we get to yet another really amusing sort of joke. Oh, too far. There we go. Nope. There we go. Here's the joke. Okay. Okay.
Toilet humour on number 2.
And written on the toilet paper is something I needed.
I didn't really get the humour on that one.
You'll see in a minute. Okay. You'll get this.
So noughts and crosses.
What?
So noughts and crosses on a toilet paper.
Yeah. Just watch. Okay. You see that? You see that thing up there at the top with all the little lights on it? Okay. And these codes are
Oh, okay.
these codes are actually randomized. Okay. Note the green button. That is the correct passcode. And then I screwed with it some more. There was a card to be found that had to be pushed in before I could get through there. Okay, so come on, go, don't be stupid. Just go get it from your inventory. Kage, damn squirrel. Nope, you're not going anywhere. Well, you did. Now you got it. There you go. Put that
Not
back
quite. He
for
needs
a
to bring up
moment.
the actual interface for it.
What?
He forgot that he needed to actually bring up the keypad.
Yeah. Okay. And then some more. There's little one room puzzles. There's a lot of fun stuff in there. I didn't play a whole long time. I finally got blocked up right here. I did figure out how it worked later, but it didn't wind up going very well from there. Okay.
Mm.
But as far as the cute factor goes, it really did that pretty well. And then what was this one? Oh, that was Static Speaks My Name. Did I do anything after that? Nope, that was Green Lights. Oh, here we go. This is Might. And unfortunately, I haven't seen anything more than what you see right here. This is as far as I've ever gotten into the game. It's a little earlier tonight, so maybe, just maybe, we can actually see what a match looks like. You guys up for it?
What's this game called?
It's called Might.
MIGHT or different spelling?
MIGHT. It is, if I'm not mistaken, it's actually in early access right now. And because it's actually early in the cycle, whatever the hell I did with it, there's oh, fine, fuck you too. Okay, I must have done something with the desktop link. Give me a second here. Recent. Here it is. Might. Here's your store page. Okay. Here we go. This is an early access game. It runs $5. Okay, but because it's really early, they say it might take. They actually state that it might take you a while to get a match. It's supposed to be
Okay.
a 3x3 multiplayer 3x3 multiplayer arena battler. But again,
So MOBA.
I've never actually managed to get into a match. I have waited on this game, and in one case, I waited on this game over an hour. Okay, I did not pay for a copy of this game. The publisher sent it to me, and I'm actually quite thankful. Um,
I'm not sure why, but this is sort of reminding me of my time with Genesis Online, where I couldn't even get into the game.
And I have been trying to cover this game, and I just can't seem to make it. And we're just gonna talk over it here for a little while it decides whether or not it's actually gonna find a game. So chat, what's everybody been up to lately? Okay, we'll see you later, Catherine.
See you, Catherine.
Main guts. Uh-huh. Total whilst watching TV, totally you. Yeah, that would actually fix the problem, main gun. Stop turning the damn thing on. So what may actually happen? I may actually fire up games here in a little while. We are scheduled to do an actual green light coverage setup tomorrow about noonish, 1 o'clock ish. Mellow.
Yeah, noonish, 1 o'clock-ish, that'll be fine.
Yep. Figure about
That'll be about 8 o'clock. That'll be about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock for me, PM.
Yeah, that's about right. Let's shoot for 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Working playing Trails of Cold Steel. Damn you! I still want to play Trails of Cold Steel. When does that do for a PC release anyway? Damn it! I know they were planning on bringing it.
So as you can see, we're getting a lot of good results with the matchmaking.
Yeah, some people have been able to play it. There have been 88% positives for 17 reviews, but I'm not seeing. This guy here played the game of Crapload during beta. There's a lot of stuff here. Check here. Still searching for a game. Great arena games. You want fast-paced where you can play 3-on-3. If you like Bloodline Champions, which is a game I've never heard of, then you'll probably like that. So yeah, there's a lot of people that have said nice things about it. I actually tried to check their Discord server the first time. It didn't go well. Still checking. How many negative reviews have we got here? At least 2 or 3. 2. It's currently in early access. And it's actually looks like it's been updated once. I haven't seen a lot of anything going on in this game. This guy has a really long thing. Hard to find games. It's only just been released, and there's no one around. No tutorial, limited available in-game information, no tooltips. No bots. It's just start and wait and hope like hell, which is pretty much what I've got right now. You may have to be in queue for a while to get a game at the moment. Please be patient. It's right down here at the bottom. Unfortunately, it's going to be really hard to review your game, folks, unless there's actually something working here. And apparently the other one, and it doesn't matter which server I'm on, they're all severely underpopulated.
What I might do is after the stream, I might go launch that game from your library and see if I can connect, if it's just your internet or something local, server issue or something.
Well, again, it's North America, Europe. There's a lot of that. This is not the only person's complaining about this. There's almost nobody around. I could try the 8th. Here, let's try the others. Leave. Shut it down for a second, because the off button works. Again, that I can tell you. The off button works really well. Yeah, well, it's gotten a rep actually, unfortunately, for not having anybody on, so nobody's playing it. I don't know how many people have bought it, but it's not working.
You
Uh,
can tell at least 15 people have gotten it.
well, some people played hours and hours and hours on beta, and a lot of these are actually a lot of those seem like they're error failed to authenticate through Steam. It didn't authenticate me through Steam. I can't even get on that. Apparently, I can either not get on that server, or they cut me off for some reason. Okay, it's going to do not. Okay, it's doing it again. Doing it again. Now it's stopped responding altogether. Hurry up and crash. Thank you. Let's see if it actually does the same thing when I use the see if it does that again with the America/Europe server. And now it's gone straight through. So I can't even test the other server. I'd have to have somebody in
Mm.
Australia do it. I'd have to find somebody in Australia or Japan or someplace like that to do it. To
I could
check
just
that
fly
for me.
over there and take my laptop along with it and then test it there.
If you're gonna fly that far just to test the game, dude, you send me my computer first.
Okay.
Oh, so yeah, that's Might. That's as much as I've been able to do. I cannot cover this game in any other way because your game doesn't work, mate. It just doesn't. At this point,
Is there anyone in the discussions complain about it?
okay, let's have a look at the discussions.
Technical
Dexter's got a copy.
support.
Um, let's see, view discussions.
They're saying it might be something to do with your antivirus.
What?
They're saying it might be something to do with the antivirus.
My antivirus?
What
Uh,
antivirus do you have?
I use Windows. I use Windows Pretender, dude.
Alright, never mind, then that isn't the one of the antiviruses listed.
Nope.
You might want to post something in the discussion page then, or something in the technical support.
Yeah, probably gonna have
It
to.
doesn't, because there doesn't seem to be anything about them issues.
Okay. They're going to fix. Yeah, Avast is just kind of weird. Especially with Unity games. All right. Frequently asked questions. Why isn't there anybody on? Uh, Match time, classes, competition. Yeah, no idea. Um, on the plus side, they're not planning on paywalls or microtransactions, so
Mm-hmm.
that's
Good.
that's an up for them. But that's as best I can do. 1900 Central Eastern Standard Time, meaning that they played about noon my time, at a guess. So maybe I should try. Maybe we should bring it up for the new for. Maybe we should try and bring it up for the stream tomorrow and see if that does any damn good. But
We'll check it out.
somebody's actually able to play this game, and the waiting for player screen works. But nothing else has been working. We should at least have, and I've actually tried this during the day a couple of times. It's still not going very well. Um, yeah, it should not take half an hour of just kind of sitting there and waiting for the screen and waiting for a match, or at least waiting for some evidence that a match might happen. They either need to give us an idea of how back they need to give us some more feedback here. Um,
Mm.
maybe an actual cue or something, or like they do in Dead by Daylight. They get when you go to the lobby, they show you what kind of characters you can what characters you can play, and they let you know how many people you're waiting for. Dead by Daylight will tell you how many victims you're waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
All of these things, and Jesus, we don't have any of it, and that would make the wait considerably more tolerable. Even Final Fantasy 14, which has a queue system for its dungeon running, for all of its dungeon setups, for Dungeon Finder.
Yeah.
All of the dungeons are run by Dungeon Finder. You can't just walk into a dungeon and call it a day. You actually have to wait in the Dungeon Finder for a little while before you can get in there. They'll give you an idea of roughly how much time it's going to be. Little things like that would go a whole long way towards getting your player base reassembled. And I think that would probably be your best bet at this point, developers. Uh,
Mm.
I don't like saying bad things if I don't have to, but I can't. I don't have anything good to say. I mean, yeah, the client seems to be functional and seems to be mostly stable. Um, it's kind of irksome that I can't switch channel. I can't switch between the two sides to try and find a game. And even then, I probably shouldn't have to. At least not with some kind of feedback. I mean, feedback should be everything in this at this point, and really, we're not getting any. Uh, there was a review that complained about that, and I'm completely in agreement with that individual. I can't play the game because I can't find a match because I don't know how long it's going to take before I get a match. I'm just going to sit there and stare at the screen for 3 hours. That's not going to happen. Okay, especially if I'm doing it on a live stream. I'm going to bore the shit out of everybody, and I'm going to lose people, and that won't work.
Mm.
So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Um, I may actually just hang on to the game for a couple of weeks. Now that I've actually talked about it, I may hang on to it for a couple of weeks or a month or so, and then go back and see see if it's working, or if I can get even past the searching screen as far as games. But if I have to wait 3 hours for a match that's only going to run 5 to 10 minutes, then you got a problem. There is an issue, and it probably should be addressed. The best way to do that would probably, yes, be feedback. Any other comments, stream? Or how about you, chat? What do you
I don't
got?
really have.
Any other
I don't
comments?
really have that much. You can't really talk much about a game which doesn't really work.
It's not. This isn't to the level of like unconscious where if you had a 2400 or a 40 or a 4K monitor, it just wasn't going to work at all.
Mm.
It's working, it's functioning, it's doing a thing, but it's not doing anything that is it doesn't seem to be doing anything that's actually productive, and that's not a thing that we need to have. Okay. One of the other things that I did this last week, I went through a couple of games on, and actually I'm gonna have to go to my channel for this because I don't think I actually have the recordings. What did I do with it? There we go. All right. This is another game I wanted you guys to see. Real quick, like. Well, I don't know how quick this is gonna be, but we're gonna try and make it quick. And this is a game that actually I liked quite a lot, even though it was really frustrating for me. Let me just, I'm gonna download my own damn video, so. And it has. I don't want to give myself an extra view, so I'm gonna go back to there. All right, it's just gonna be, it'll be about a minute. So anyway, 3,089 subscribers. We're up by about 10 for the first time in quite a while. I do appreciate that. That is actually very nice of you folks. Please keep doing it. I do appreciate any kind of feedback that I can get. Heavens knows I don't get very much of it at this point. So I think I actually had one. I think I actually lost one at some point in the last couple of hours. I
No,
can
I
just
just unsubscribed and then I've just resubscribed to see if you'd noticed.
oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Great bastard. Okay. Ah, that'll update someday. Okay. So how's that doing? Okay, cool. Okay, this is actual footage from the PS4 edition of Squirrel Play Lives that I did last week. This is Militant. Militant. You have this is the PS4 version. I do actually have the PC version. I was for some unknown reason allotted keys for both, and I will cover the PC version at some point. There is a really nifty story. You got ants, termites, and wasps to go to play with, and you're actually going to start off as one of the ants. You're going to go play around. You can do an actual double jump here, and you can. There's a dash, and there is a fire. There's also a. You can actually target your weapon if you need to. I typically found that doing a lock on actually cost me more time than I really needed, or than I really wanted to spend. That, by the way, will restore thine health. Although you will automatically, if you get hurt, you will automatically heal to the maximum for the quarter of your health bar that you're currently in. So if you're on the top, if you're in the top part of this health bar, you will regenerate your health all the way to full. But if you happen to be in this last one right here, all the way down here at the edge, you're only going to go that far. Your weapons will reheat, and you can swap them out. It does take a moment to do that, but your rate of fire will not be badly. No, actually, that I am not. Oh, actually, if you hunted for Lord Crocoscroll, you'd probably find me, and that would be a space, the same way as it is on the channel. Um, Actually, the original PSN name is Spartan Works, and I set that up because I'd actually intended to get a capture card and do some live streaming and never got around to the capture card. And here's going to be a demonstration of that thing there. Okay, now watch. I'm just about dead here, and it only heals me to that point. I have to find a healing item if I want any more. And then the terrain itself can sometimes be a puzzle. Not just necessarily having enemies on screen, but not just necessarily the enemies on screen, but the rest of the terrain can be a problem. It's actually part of your problem. And the one nice thing I had to think about this is that it didn't actually have it doesn't have the same sort of sawtooth that you would get like in the original Mario games. Remember that? Once you passed through a place, you couldn't go back to it. Okay. that there, this little green thing here is a checkpoint. If you die, you will go back to your last checkpoint, not to and not have to go all the way back to the beginning stage, which is kind of nice in some ways. This is where we have the dash. This is where we were supposed to use the dash, and I wound up having to kill all the enemies first. Some things do actually play block. Okay, that was actually right after a death. The problem, one of the things I had is control surfaces aren't exactly intuitive. Um, you may actually run into problems maintaining control, and you can and the guys on the back row there, you actually have to open fire on them from where you are. You can't get back there. I tried several
Right.
times to get back to the back, and I can't do it. I don't know if that's maybe a difference between the PlayStation 4 version and the PC edition. But they do eventually introduce a sniper. I think it's actually this next section here they introduce a sniper enemy, and I hate them things. I think we actually got one right about here. But that was the first checkpoint in a while, and we actually, yeah, there's the sniper enemy. This is where they were introduced. But yeah, I've got about 30, 35 minutes worth of gameplay. This is, you get the points up here, these crystal points.
Hmm.
You can actually spend them. There's a little shop that you can spend them in. But there's no other transaction form. I don't know where the shop is. I've not seen it. I haven't got that far in. Um, the game itself is actually quite frustrating. If you're not sure what you're doing, you're going to rely a lot on muscle memory, and you're going to die a lot. There is whole piles of dying in here. Just be aware. So yeah, That's that bit. It's actually not a bad little game. I enjoyed it. Um, I'm actually hoping to get my hands on a copy of No Man's Sky myself. There, Richard. I don't know how I'm
Mm.
going to do it, but I will find a way.
I'm probably going to get it on PS4 because my PC probably won't be able to handle it.
I don't know if I'm going to get it for PS4 or PC. Honestly, I'd probably be okay with either one. I'm
I
not
think I might
sure.
stick with PS4 because it might be easier to stream it as well.
Well, no, the PS4 streaming is kind of a problem. I'd actually planned to run one stream for 3 games on PlayStation 4. Guess
Yeah,
what?
you keep on exiting out of them.
Every time I switch games, it set up a whole new stream for me, and that was
Mm.
really irritating. Really irritating. Then I had to go back and I had to edit my about page so it actually like displayed stuff that was actually relevant to streams. Um, no Man's Sky. Um, I don't know. It could be really good, and it could just not live up. It could not live up to its hype in really bad ways. Like I said, I don't know how much
I can
I'm
tell you
going to have
now.
to. What?
I can tell you now, it isn't going to live up to the expectations that everyone set up for it. But I still think that it's going to be relatively decent at least.
Well, even if it's just okay, um, somebody's going to be unhappy now. Somebody's going to be unhappy for a moment. He's not where he wasn't where he was supposed to be, or he thought he was supposed to be. Yeah, there's way too much hype train on that. They gave us Sony gave us a very high level of expectation at E3 2015, and all they did at 16 was poke the hornet's nest. So that's
Mm.
kind of where I'm at with that. Maybe it'll be good, and maybe it's just going to be not as good as maybe we think it should be. I know they claim it's going to be an effectively infinite universe. I want to see that happen. I really want to see them pull that off because that's going to take a lot. That's going to
Mm.
take a load of data. I mean, we're going to be talking about install sizes like Doom, and we'd almost have to,
Well, no more than Doom, I think.
huh?
Probably more than that.
Well, considering that you not only have to procedurally build and populate a universe, you have to store all that data. Um, and I remember Little Big Planet. I remember Little Big Planet all too well. You could download the game, but all of the additional content and shit. Uh, yeah, he's Micro Squirrel. This is the Micro Squirrel. Owlbear is asleep in his room. Um, but Little Big Planet 3 required 35 gigabytes worth of additional downloads. You know, for a game that was
And
that,
also,
and also,
oh right, sorry, I was just going to let you continue, but also with No Man's Sky, I'm not entirely trustworthy of the developers because they've only made 2 games prior to No Man's Sky, and that's the two Joe Danger games, and they weren't exactly revolutionary or anything. They were just a basic racing platformer game.
yes, folks, those are the rules. No kicking, no biting, no trolling. No discrimination. The mods are my minions, and their word is law. If I don't like the law they put down, I'll step on them separately. Um, don't be an idiot. Respect. Have some respect for everybody else in the chat, please. And if you start talking politics and religion when I haven't brought it up first, I will step on you. Actually, I might not step on you. I might jump down from the nearest tree. I hired him. I hired Nightbot to do things like to do little announcements like the rules, and if I have them
This
codified.
is, this is the same guy that kicked me from Zach's stream.
Did he? Why?
Yeah,
Why did
because
Nightbot?
I was trying to post a link in.
Well, that's actually something you're not allowed to do in Zach streams. You're a
Well,
moderator here, so
well,
you don't actually have that
I was a
problem.
moderator. I was a moderator on Zach's stream. It still kicked.
That's funny. I put links in that stream all the time. All the time. Death from above. Ah! Death by crocosquirrel teeth. Because as somebody in one of Zach's streams earlier today noted, those are sharp. All right. So I think what we're going to do here, we've got lots and lots and lots of games we've had a look at. Militant was actually a lot of fun. I haven't done a complete review on it yet, but it was actually quite a bit of fun. For those of you who are interested, I intend to give Human Fall Flat a score of 7.7. Actually, we'll call it an 8. It is actually well done for what it is, and for the type of game that they're trying to accomplish. And some of this shit is actually pretty funny. So, yeah, it's a game that I have come back to more than once. It's getting an 8. Human Fall Flat. I do actually have some footage of that. I'm pretty sure Mello would win eventually. Let me just grab this here. Come here.
All that Nightbot would do he would just throw all the rules at me and do nothing. Oh, Main Gun 007 was timed out by Nightbot for 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's okay.
Is there like a middle finger emoji I can give him?
Well, you can give him a middle finger if you want to. I don't know why you want to, but okay.
This is the closest I can find.
Right. Well, somewhere.
I don't even know what that is.
No, no, no. Can you see that, Ken? What is? Can you see text on the screen?
The emoticon I put in the chat.
Oh, do not enter sign. There you go.
Pardon?
It's a do not enter sign. Pick a place to
Oh,
start. A through Z or 0 to 9. That's what's. Yeah. That game wasn't too bad. But I'm looking for something specific. All right, let me grab this last one here. We are getting towards the 2 hour mark, and I'm sure some people would. I'm going to take a vote on whether or not there's going to be some whether or not there will be a what did he do with it? It's here somewhere. Maybe it's this one. Actually, I think it is that one. I think this is the one with the first footage here. Because I know. Still be sin. What? Nope. What is that? Oh, it's just actually apparently. Here we go. Hang on. Oh, yep, here it is. I found one. I'm just gonna move this over here. There's this with headphone users. Well, they're gonna rest in peace. Pop that right here. And this is Human Fall Flat, or will be in a moment. Um, okay. And this game here is frustrating in the fun way, and that you know this is actually these things are possible to do, but you're never quite sure exactly how it's going to go until you're actually trying it. And
right.
and this puzzle was actually freaking frustrating. This was a very frustrating puzzle. And this footage is actually available. This is part of a live stream I did from a week or two, from a week or so ago. This game here was recently released on Steam. Come on, finish your buffering. As you can see, the guy looks like he's freaking drunk. He's walking around like he's drunk, and having fun doing it. But the whole game actually works out like this. Um, for what it is, I will for the kind of game that it is, it actually does very well and is all kinds of fun. And I think it's actually worth an 8, if only because they put a shitload of effort into making something this funny without actually without going overboard, and they managed to keep it simple. No, Nightbot will not do bans. The best Nightbot can do is time people out for 5 seconds and remove posts. Any of the regular moderators can ban normal users at will, and I can ban anybody. Like so. Of course, I'm the only one that can unban somebody. So that's kind of where we're at with that. So yeah, Human Fall
Right.
Flat. That was actually a really, as far as I was concerned, that was a really good game. I enjoyed it immensely. Um, I still haven't quite made it through, but I've been working at it. But it does what it says, and it says what it does, and that's always a good thing. Okay, so I think we're about done for this one. Um, I okay, yeah. All right. So, oh yeah, the moderators can unban directly. I can actually go running around deep inside the settings and unban people if I after a stream is over. Because once the streams are over, generally the chat gets clear. So, any questions for y'all from y'all tonight? Questions, complaints, anything fun that you guys want to see in future? And we'll let you guys cogitate on that for a little bit. I also want to know if you guys want to see a regular Squirrel Play live tonight, which I could theoretically do. Here in probably about 30 minutes or an hour. Um, or if you want me to do a Squirrel Play Live extra a Squirrel Play Live extra right after the Greenlight stream tomorrow afternoon, which I think might be better. So at this point, I'm awake enough to do either. I'm not sure what you mean, Fox.
The SRT. Not sure what that is.
It's actually a yeah, I have a few turn-based strategy. I generally try not to play those on a stream, just because they don't seem to be very exciting for people. The difference is that a regular squirrel, the major difference. Oh, he wants to know what square. I know what that is. It's square root. It's an operator. He wants to know what the square root of -1 is.
Oh, he wants to know what the square root of -1 is.
Yeah, that's what that is. Um, let's play. Let's play the video games. The difference would be is that if I did a regular Squirrel Play live tonight in lieu of the squirrel in lieu of an extra tomorrow, it would be uh, hmm?
I just mailed this damn thing again.
We would wind up doing the same 3 game pattern that we usually do, or that we've been doing the rest of the week, and I would be playing uh, some game that I want, some game up here for a focus. The popular game, which is the one that's still Dead by Daylight, and then you guys would get a pick. Either that, or we can do it tomorrow, and we would have we would have 3 different games of other types. Might do a PS4 game, and then maybe Overwatch or something else. I don't know, whatever. It's whatever you got. At that point, it would be whatever you guys want. Really, whatever you guys want to see out of collection, um, within some limited reason. If it's not going to be advertiser friendly, however, someone's got to help out. I'm kind of dependent on what little I can get out of AdSense at this point. So if it's going to be a Sakura game or some other similar thing, then probably going to have to ask for some. I'm probably going to have to ask for a donation to do that. I don't like doing that, so we're just gonna kind of say let's not do that. Let's not do those if we can avoid it. Also,
Hmm.
please note that there is that I do have the funding campaign on to try and get that computer done in on or before my birthday, which will be the 1st of September.
Oh shit. I'm getting my ass killed with the
Did your wife just remember what your birthday was?
What?
Did your
No,
wife
no,
just
no.
remember the date of your
She's
birthday?
back behind me playing Final Fantasy 14, and she got herself into more trouble than she can handle.
Yeah, considering the whole fucking
Oh,
street and disappeared on me.
Oh,
And I'm in the mid. I'm trying to run away from these stupid wormhounds.
oh dear, those aren't good.
No.
So yeah, that's kind of where we're at this point. Um, if you guys want, I will pop. We're at the 2 hour mark now, so if you guys want, here in about an hour or so, I will start Squirrel Play Live. Or if you would prefer it tomorrow, and we can maybe do some different games, then we can do that. You guys pick. What do you think, Mello? Which would you prefer?
uh, I'd say you might be better off doing the school play live maybe tomorrow after the Green Light stream because you probably have more time than you do now.
Well, yeah, that's true to a point. There are some things I would like to get done, like put the child down. But the other thing is that for an afternoon stream, we have to be a little more. I have to be a little more family friendly as far as the games go, because I don't want Dead by Daylight. I have to be a tad more family friendly because my 6-year-old will be up, and will be awake and home, or might be home. And if he comes home, yeah, Zaxter is. I'm actually getting that a lot. Is that people are getting burnt out on Dead by Daylight. He's been overplaying it.
Hmm.
Tomorrow sounds good for Richard. Okay, main gun. Same thing for main gun. Anybody else? Any more votes? Okay, so we will be starting the Green Light Gathering at 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I will leave the maps. I will leave the maps for the rest of to as to what time that will be for you to the rest of you. I will go ahead and post an event. I will go ahead and post a pair of events. One for the Green Light stream, which should run about an hour, or at most an hour and 30 minutes. And about 30 minutes after that ends, I will do Squirrel Play Live Extra Edition. And what I want you guys to do,
Fucking assholes.
the 7 of you folks that are watching right now, you guys need to do me a favor, or do something for me here. You have homework. Okay, you need to go through my collection of stuff, and find 3 games that you guys want to check out, and or and if you want something, if there's something you want to see played that's not in my collection, you guys are going to have to forward me a copy and let me know. You guys can do whatever you like uh, as collusion. I really don't care. But let's see what we can do about making this happen. Okay, so homework for y'all. Go through, find some games that you want me to play. If I've got them, I will do that. And if I don't, they'll have to be provided at some point. Yes, Mr. Squirrel. Yes, I know. Starbound actually went gold today. That was a good thing. It's now out of early access, um, which is actually quite tasty. It's a very good thing. That is something I was going to run for. That's something I'll probably run in the next roundup. All right. Um, with that, thank you for dropping in, Memo. I know you're still not feeling all that. Still not feeling the greatest, but I do appreciate you turning up. Thank you, chat. I do appreciate everybody that everybody that comes in, everybody that watches, any and all the new any and all the new subscribers that turn up. Love love all you guys little pieces. If you want to help get some better content here, and start getting some newer and some bigger games in here, then do please take advantage of the links that are down below. Even if you can't financially break out your Twitter and talk it up. Anything you guys can do, every little bit helps. I promise you. Okay. So, um, with that, I will bid you adieu for the night. You guys have fun with whatever's left of your day, night, evening, or whatever it is that you want to call it today. So, stay safe, stay sane. Anything you wanna wrap up on there, Bello?
Not really anything, no.
All right. Uh, from us to you, let's make games fun again.